Where'd I go? Hey, you lost me! Oh, were you using this? I'm calling the cops!
You feel like blowing shit up?
Go on, I'm all ears.
Found the route the Morningstar uses to deliver their goods buried in the syndicate files.
You saying we drop a few pipe bombs under them?
Fuck that. I'm saying we use a tank.
This may be the best idea you've ever had.
Tank wins every time. Yeah, good. That's right! Boom! Think they learned. Shit stinks.
You ready to be a star?
Thought we already were.
Oh, not like this. You've been personally selected for a spot on a game show here in town.
Game show? You're not trying to auction me off on some dating thing, are you?
Trust me, you'll love this shit. Meet me and I'll show you.
You better be right.
Hello, Steelport, and welcome to Professor Genki's Super Ethical Reality Climax.
Time to see how the game is played.
Fight your way through Professor Genki's Super Sparkle Lab for fun and profit.
Now, with every man, woman, and tiger shot, your prize money goes up. But look out. No one likes it when you shoot a panda. Run it on F.
Welcome to Professor Genki's Super Ethical Reality Climax. Murder time is fun time, right, Bobby?
You got it, Zach. If our contestants can survive the deadly traps, armed mascots, and those freakishly huge hunters, they can win a hefty pile of cash.
This game looks deadly, because it is. But it's still probably safer than driving in Steelport.
Our competitor isn't from Steelport this time, Zach. Today, we'll be watching the leader of the Saints, the world-famous Stillwater Street Gang.
As many times as this former gangbanger has been shot at, blown up, run over, and generally put through hell, this competition probably seems pretty routine.
Routine maybe, but lucrative. You are going to make Professor Genki-sized dollars driving hoes around, that's for sure.
Cha-ching!
That's what the fans pay to see.
Apparently, our contestant is quite the hero back in Stillwater. Have you ever been to Stillwater, Bobby?
I did, and it wasn't a good trip. My car got covered in sewage by a passing septic truck.
Really? What did you do to piss off the driver?
I didn't do a damn thing. I just wish I hadn't rented a convertible.
Wait, you were in the car when this happened?
Back to the action. Our contestant is doing really well.
The contestant has to be watching those targets.
I'd hate to be a mascot facing this contestant.
Cash in pocket!
Another great burst of action by the contestant. And that's it! We have a winner!
Congratulations. As leader of the Saints, you've been selected as this year's contestant for Genki Bowl 7. Please meet us as soon as you can, and good luck to you.
Today wasn't my day to go. You could use a walk.
You stay down.
Saints are gonna own this city.
Think I lost. Come on, get back.
I'll take good care of it.
TV's Nightblade. But this Sunday, join the host of Options, Rich Stonestreet, as he sits down with the man behind the fans, Josh Burke.
Joshua, you're known for taking your craft very seriously. How do you prepare for a role?
Well, Josh the man ceases to exist, and I become Nightblade.
I'm the best around.
I understand. I almost can't even talk about it. Next question.
Watch as we chronicle his meteoric rise from walk-on roles to summer blockbusters, his off-screen life, in connection to Hollywood's hottest stars, and his most recent work doing research with the 3rd Street Saints.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the craziest, wildest, bloodiest extravaganza outside of Juarez, Genki Bowl 7. I'm Zach, and you all know my tag team partner, Bobby. Bobby, previous Genki Bowls have had no lack of surprises.
Of the nastiest sort, Zach, and this year will be no different. Murder, mayhem, and fun are all just a big part of any Genki Bowl, and the Genius Mancat has cooked up an exciting list of never-before-seen events that promise to be even deadlier than anything we've ever seen before.
Oh, hey, worse than the Grizzly Bear Rodeo from Genki Bowl 4?
There is absolutely no doubt about it.
Wow, I'm actually salivating. Oh my goodness. And as an added bonus, Bobby, we've just learned that the leader of the 3rd Street Saints will be taking part in today's festivities. Think they can keep the winning streak going, huh?
We're about to find out. The games are gonna begin, so let's get down there. And when I say down, we mean down. To the action!
Here we are, Genki fans, at Apocalypse Genki.
Today's match was created by Angry Tiger, putting her own spin on the classic super ethical reality climax.
That's right, Bobby. And I hear there's new things in store for our mascots.
I think Tammy can fill us in on that. Tammy?
Thanks, Bobby. In the deepest, darkest corners of the jungle lives a great warrior, protected by fierce traps and mascot bodyguards. She...
Whoa, hold on there, Tammy. What are you doing?
Reading the script Angry Tiger handed me.
She handed you a script?
And the best part's coming up. She keeps her minions in line through the threat of shark-infested waters. So beware, all who enter the jungle of the Angry Tiger.
Well, that was entertaining. Thanks, Tammy.
You're welcome, Zach.
Amazing. Sharks are a new addition to the Genki wheelhouse. Looks like those mascots better hope they don't fall in.
Wish we had Insta replay on that. Another hot time at Genki Bowl. This is unbelievable!
This is quickly becoming a performance for the record books.
Another great burst of action by the contestant.
Those unethical penalties are costly.
Unethical!
How's things behind the scenes, Tammy?
I just spoke with one of the mascot trainers, and he expressed his apprehension of the new format created by Angry Tiger.
These mascots have been coming to Genki Bowl for years. What has them so worked up with this match?
With so many of those hired to fill the ranks of the Genki mascot army, taken from the streets of Steelport, they're more used to the urban jungle than the actual one. Now they find themselves on unfamiliar ground.
It's just a set dressing. How bad can it really be?
Reports of malaria, yellow fever, and gangrene have been pouring in over the last few days, putting several of the mascots in the hospital for treatment.
I call shenanigans on this set. When a contestant as deadly with a firearm as the leader of the Saints in Genki Bowl this year, they're just looking for a way to get out before facing their impending death.
Whoa, I have to agree, Bobby. You know, it looks like fear is getting the better of them.
Several mascots have already lost limbs due to the gangrene, Zach.
Better than catching a bullet with their face.
Or being fed to the sharks.
This is true.
Wish we had instant replay on that. Genki fans at Apocalypse Genki.
Today's match is created by Angry Tiger, putting her own spin on the classic, super ethical reality climax.
That's right, Bobby. And I hear there's new things in store for our mascots.
I think Tammy can fill us in on that. Tammy?
Thanks, Bobby. In the deepest, darkest corners of the jungle lives a great warrior, protected by fierce traps and mascot bodyguards.
Whoa, hold on there, Tammy. What are you doing?
Reading the script Angry Tiger handed me.
She handed you a script?
And the best part's coming up. She keeps her minions in line through the threat of shark-infested waters. So beware, all who enter the jungle of the Angry Tiger.
Well, that was entertaining. Thanks, Tammy.
You're welcome, Zach.
Amazing. Sharks are a new addition to the Genki wheelhouse. Looks like those mascots better hope they don't fall in.
We don't see a contestant dominate an arena like this often.
Every shot seems to hit something today.
Oh, yeah. Well done indeed.
Cash in pocket!
Always good to see that in Genki
Cash
Bowl.
in pocket!
Another great burst of action by the contestant. How's things behind the scenes, Tammy?
I just spoke with one of the mascot trainers, and he expressed his apprehension of the new format created by Angry Tiger.
These mascots have been coming to Genki Bowl for years. What has them so worked up with this match?
With so many of those hired to fill the ranks of the Genki mascot army, taken from the streets of Steelport, they're more used to the urban jungle than the actual one.
Cash in
Now
pocket!
they find themselves on unfamiliar ground.
It's just a set dressing. How bad can it really be?
Reports of malaria, yellow fever, and gangrene have been pouring in over the last few days, putting several of the mascots in the hospital for treatment.
I call shenanigans on this, Zach. When a contestant as deadly with a firearm as the leader of the Saints in Genki Bowl this year, they're just looking for a way to get out before facing their impending death.
Whoa, I have to agree, Bobby. You know, it looks like fear is getting the better of them.
Several mascots have all limbs due to the gangrene, Zach.
Better than catching a bullet with their face.
Or being fed to the sharks.
This is true. We need more veteran gunslingers in this arena.
Oh, that will put a damper on your day.
Never stick your finger in a light socket.
Here we are, Genki fans, at Apocalypse Genki!
Today's match was created by Angry Tiger, putting her own spin on the classic, super ethical reality climax.
That's right, Bobby. And I hear there's new things in store for our mascots.
I think Tammy can fill us in on that. Tammy?
Thanks, Bobby. In the deepest, darkest corners of the jungle lives a great warrior, protected by fierce traps and mascot bodyguards. She...
Whoa, hold on there, Tammy. What are you doing?
Reading the script Angry Tiger handed me.
She handed you a script?
And the best part's coming up. She keeps her minions in line through the threat of shark-infested waters. So beware, all who enter the jungle of the Angry Tiger.
Well, that was entertaining. Thanks, Tammy.
You're welcome, Zach.
Amazing. Sharks are a new addition to the Genki wheelhouse. Looks like those mascots better hope they don't fall in.
Wish we had Insta replay on that. Ah, perfectly executed.
Passion pocket!
That much fire will cook anything.
There goes an unethical target. That's not good.
Cool.
A shocking turn of events.
That would stop an elephant.
How's things behind the scenes, Tammy?
I just spoke with one of the mascot trainers, and he expressed his apprehension at the new format created by Angry Tiger.
These mascots have been coming to Genki Bowl for years. What has them so worked up with this match?
With so many of those hired to fill the ranks of the Genki mascot army, taken from the streets of Steelport, they're more used to the urban jungle than the actual one. Now they find themselves on unfamiliar ground.
It's just a set dressing. How bad can it really be?
Reports of malaria, yellow fever, and gangrene have been pouring in over the last few days, putting several of the mascots in the hospital for treatment.
I call shenanigans on this, Zach. When a contestant as deadly with a firearm as the leader of the Saints in Genki Bowl this year, they're just looking for a way to get out before facing their impending death.
Whoa, I have to agree, Bobby. You know, it looks like fear is getting the better of them.
Several mascots have already lost limbs due to the gangrene, Zach.
Better than catching a bullet with their face.
Or being fed to the sharks.
This is true.
The contestant. Here we are, Genki fans, at Apocalypse Genki!
Today's match was created by Angry Tiger, putting her own spin on the classic super ethical reality climax.
That's right, Bobby. And I hear there's new things in store for our mascots.
I think Tammy can fill us in on that. Tammy?
Thanks, Bobby. In the deepest, darkest corners of the jungle lives a great warrior, protected by fierce traps and mascot bodyguards. She...
Whoa, hold on there, Tammy. What are you doing?
Reading the script Angry Tiger handed me.
She handed you a script?
And the best part's coming up. She keeps her minions in line through the threat of shark-infested waters. So beware, all who enter the jungle of the Angry Tiger.
Well, that was entertaining. Thanks, Tammy.
You're welcome, Zach.
Amazing. Sharks are a new addition to the Genki wheelhouse. Looks like those mascots better hope they don't fall in.
This is unbelievable. Great execution by the Saint.
Pocket!
Oh, what a setback.
This is like watching a non-stop highlight reel.
Contestants have to pay attention.
Quite a performance so far.
Perfectly executed.
Passion Pocket!
How's things behind the scenes, Tammy?
And there's the Genki present.
This course is about to get hunterific. And that is the match.
I'm surprised the Syndicate is still standing after all this shit we've thrown at them.
I don't see a reason to stop.
Not saying we should.
All right. Then see you at the Broken Shillelagh.
I ain't interested, girl.
Where'd I go? Hey, hey, you lost me! Love to win.
You idiot.
And leave the keys. Saints are gonna own this city.
At least you don't have to deal with this city anymore.
This doesn't seem like your kind of place, Pierce.
What's the hate? Beer's cheap, and I'm the best-looking motherfucker in here.
Look, you may think it's time to kick back, but I'm done toying with these bastards. I want Loren, and I want him now. So where is he?
No idea. But 10K says he's hiding out in that big-ass skyscraper.
Loren's a tactician. He's not gonna hole up in a building that screams, I'm a criminal mastermind. I need something concrete.
To hit up Powder.
No, I don't have time for a stripper.
No, Powder's a designer gun store downtown. I saw some of Loren's thugs talking to the owner. There's gotta be something there.
All right, let's go shopping.